Guys, I'm so excited. I've been watching the development of this game for a while now. I have been so excited. Sorry. So excited. I'm getting chat up. Hold on. I've been so excited. Oh my god. For this game. I've been following it for a long time, and I've actually been suggested to play this game a few times when it came out, so we're playing it before work because I saw it came out today. I got a notification. I was like, hell yeah. So we're gonna play. I can't stream for long because I have to work, but oh my god, yay. Yay. My name is, and what should we ever shop? What's something stupid? Studios. Load tutorial, day speed. Oh, yeah, I know what that means. This is so exciting. Having your own sticker shop is a dream come true. Let me show you around. This is your desk. You can find everything you need to run your shop. Boop. Let's move creative corner down this shop. I'm so excited I can't speak. Wait, do they have my... Oh, I don't have the one I wanted. Ooh! I wanna plant pot. There. Can we put flowers with it? There, that's our sticker. That's adorable. I love that. What else do we have in here? Shapes and colors. Unexpected error. What is my unexpected error? What's happening that's not supposed to be happening? Oh no. There we go. Sorry. My chat just went down. Stop. My chat keeps going down. I don't have internet. Hold on. I only have one monitor, so I watch chat on my phone, and it's not working. I don't want to be chatless again, because that's not fun ever. I like talking to people. There we go. There we go. It's back up. White paper. Okay. I guess white paper is good. Name your sticker. Flower. There we go. Clock over here. How much you have left today? Creating stickers, printing, packing, and sending. Keep an eye on it. Okay. Now that your sticker's online, I'm ready to see you tomorrow. We have some orders. Okay, we can sleep. Awesome. Printed XP. Next day. First order. Before you can send out those stickers, we need to arrange them on a sticker sheet and get them ready for printing. Printer. Yay. Drag and drop the stickers onto your sheet. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think... Oh, we can just put them on how we want to. Oh, yay. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna put a bunch on. Potential... I don't know what these words up here mean. I took business, and I literally stole stickers in high school, but I have no idea what those mean. I've done this shit in real life, but oh, it's so much funner when it's a cute game. Thinking of that, I'm actually selling stickers again in real life, but that's for my something else. And I just want to cover the whole sheet in this. 1. Oh, we got 2 achievements. Yay. Nice. Then we go here. Home. And then back up those orders. There we are. 9. Hey Jasper, it's Julia. Do you have a 6? That's amazing. Tell me all about it. 9. Okay. 1, 2, Oh, it tells you don't have to count. That's good. I'm not very good at counting. I love this whole box. I expect these stickers to be everywhere. Ooh! I think that looks cute. I like that. Back. Awesome. Go back and bring them to the post office. This game is so cute. I love this. By the way, it's go ahead and create yours. What's upgrades? We can upgrade already? Wait, hold on. I gotta find one. I'm not up here. Aw, that sucks. Medal. Oh, we can't even buy anything because we need little hearts. Ooh. I want to make a lot more flower stickers and stuff. Go. I'm gonna get a lot more flower stickers. 1 second. And then there's this. Shop slots, colors. Then creator. Oh yeah, this is our things. We have been making plans. Banana. Wait, can I add more like? Can I make this smaller? There we go. Perfect. That is exactly what I want. Is there any yellow things that can just stick off the banana? I had a fish. I had a fish on the banana. Okay, the colors match up perfectly. There we go. That is our next sticker. That is beautiful. Name your sticker. There we go. Banana. White paper. Still don't know what that means. Banana. And then oh, we can change the color. Is there blue? No, there's not blue. That's very hard to see. Wait. Is there a transparent option? There we go. That's cute. I like that. That's kitty. Okay. At least I didn't spend too much time on it to be told no. 1 cent one open. Yay! Okay. These are some nice sticky ones. 8. 1. Okay, wait. We get green and with yellow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then... oh! These are some nice stickers you got here. Thank you. We try hard to make the stickers good. Very, very hard. Oh, I just figured out how the clock works. Because I was like, I didn't see. And we were out of time. Okay, back to all the orders for the day. Send them to the post office. Yay. Editor. Now can we create this one? I don't want to run out of time. Kitty. Kitty. Oh. I can't spell today, I'm sorry. There we go. Perfect. Now we got 2 stickers. Packing. Upgrades again. Oh, yeah. What are upgrades again? We already looked at what upgrades were. I want a pink flower. I'm gonna save up. Because I did see that there were more cats. And kind of want to get the cats. Oh, there's a ferret! Nice. It's very Canadian. Canadian of us. Or of them. Of us? Or of that? I don't know. Can I do anything else? Oh yeah, I gotta do the gate. I need stickers. You sell stickers. Whole sheet. A whole sheet of them. But like, if I'm honest, I would buy this. I would buy this little kitty sticker. Mainly because... Just because. There we go, save. Thanks. Okay, we have some of those, and now I'm just gonna make one for these guys. Still don't know what turnover means. Oh, we have money. Oh, wow. These guys. Ah, no. Let us keep them on the page. I'd prefer if they stayed on the page. Ah. There we go. Dave. Awesome. Print. We'll use the rest of the day just to print some stickers. We have one more. And then it's gonna tell us we have to go to bed. Oh, never mind. We can do one more after that and then we'll go to bed. Sleep. Oh. I'm stretching. Oh. Next day. Ooh. That was a bunch of them. Looking at your cute plant stickers. Oh. Very nice. Oh, people are actually gonna buy these. Our silly, goofy stickers like this. What if I throw in just a random sticker? What happens? I mean, no one's gonna stop me. Will it get mad? I want that now. Looking for cute animal stickers. I just wanted to throw a random sticker in there to see if it changes anything. And then there we go. Green, yellow, yellow. I actually have no idea what color this one is, but it's basically yellow. What's this? Oh, we can put freebies there. We can put candy. That one's pretty nice. I like that we can put candy in there. Did I forget to put all of them in there? Oh no. Whoops. Did I forget to put them all? That was an oopsie. I did? What's it? I like the green better. And this mystery color. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm not forgetting them. It's just that it goes from 0 back up to the number that they ordered. I got confused for a second. Yeah, it does. Okay. Back to all your orders. I thought I forgot. We have plenty of these right now. I want to make more stickers. Yay. Wait, we can upgrade stuff now. Hold on. What do we want? What do we want to get? Want more cats, but I want to look through. Oh, we can get bow ties and stuff. I'm so confused. Oh, there's more. Oh, wow. I'm just gonna go and look through all this. Oh, wait. And then all the way up. I adore pixel art. This is so cute. I love this. Sorry, I actually have dice right beside my computer. I have a miniature, Chessex dice. I got excited. Some silly, just silly goofy like that. Ooh, calm. Something about this text now make me want to breathe. Thank. Well, I think we should get a cat, or... No, a cat, we're not... We'll come back for the mushroom. What, that one. And what is these? Top slots. I don't know what these colors are for. That's the only thing. Or these. But I guess the only way to find out is to learn. Unfortunately. What? Still don't get it. Confetti. We can get all of them. Can we get candy yet? And oh, do we have to buy them individually? Okay. And then we are gonna print more stickers. Can we afford to print stickers? Nope. Can't afford to print stickers, so we're just gonna go to sleep. Oh, there's only 2 today. Oh. It's annoying. And that sucks. Can they come in just like throughout the day? That'd be. And then we can just put one in. There we go. There we are. Heck. Send it off. It's this girl again. We've already seen her. She can have a lollipop as well. Bop. And then with this. No, we're running out. Need to print more stickers. Hold on. I don't want to run out. Don't unpack it. We need to print more. No! I can't. Oh no. Well, I guess we'll make more stickers while we delay her package. It's got chunky. Wonky. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. Just like give it the D20. Give it to it. Oh, it looks like it's screaming. Hold on. That looks... No. Yeah. I think that looks... I'll put a flower in its hair. There we go. That's a beautiful sticker. I'd spend all of my money on that. Screaming. 20. With a flower. I'll make a sticker sheet, but I cannot afford. Ooh, send that lady's package. So I can spin them? Hold on. They can get look at him go. Look at them go. Oh. Okay. Again. And more cats. I love cats. I'm gonna put some of these long ones against the side, just because I'm gonna print the most of them because, you know, they're my favorite. Can this go down at all? There we go. Oh, we can fit them in. Okay. There we go. Save. Ran out of coins. Okay. Oh, I forgot to send them in the mail. That's why I don't have any money. We have a reoccurring customer and we're just ignoring her. Oh, that sucks. We can do any orders that is specifically not her, or her, or I should say them. Them, or them, or them. Oh, there's a countdown before they get mad. That's fine. Hold on, my insurance company. Hello? Good, how are you? Insurance is annoying. I am back though now. I have to go and get different insurance right now for my car. I hate when people call me when I'm streaming, but that one, I told them to call me at some point and they just, I'll get back to you when you want them to get back to you. Really need to, don't have coins. Those people ain't getting their mail. Okay, we have money again. Where's that lady? Oh, need to print them first. Hold on. Printer. I'll give her like 2 candies as an apology. Down. And we don't have any of these. And then I'm gonna print more of these because people like these. Okay. Exit. Back. Here we go. At 69. Okay. Many as possible. Fast as possible. Get in there. Get in. Does it say 1 in red? That's scaring me. That's scaring me, and I love horror games. Don't know. I'm gonna be mad. I'll give her candy. It's okay. Sorry. Bigger gamer stickers. That's so cool. Turns. Oh, you do? Shit, that's adorable. Okay, and then we need 2 of these. And then a bunch of the kitty stickers. At some point I should just have kitty stickers. That'd be great. Oh, they can spin. They can spin again! And 1 second. Oh man, I forgot to put chat back up. Oops. There we go. Start. Oh, stop disconnecting. My phone hates me. Dude, this is my account. I'm... Okay. This is... We don't need it. Definitely. Anyone when people. Legend Davis. Almost. And then 1, 2, 3. Get back in there. And then back. Yay! Then 3 of these. 1. Can I? Oh. Wait, I can put them here, but I put them... Okay. That doesn't make sense, but... That's fair. I already have the paper. I'm trying to get this number up here to go. Wait. The add stars. Okay, I'll give him an extra 1 then. And this lady, who I was also ignoring slightly. 3. Oh. What? I think I'm gonna save all of the lollipops and candy and stuff for orders I'm gonna ignore for as long as possible because I forgot to print stuff. And remember to mail them, because that's important. Printer. Do I have money now? Wait, I don't know how many stickers I have. I guess I go to sleep. $15 plus 15 plus 25 plus 15 plus 15. I don't know. Oh, XP. That makes sense. Next day. Look at this. Ooh. What? Oh, I can unlock them. Ah. I didn't know I could unlock things or see what I needed to do. That's helpful. That's very helpful. Got this. And I need to print more of these guys. Oh, try and remember that with my tiny brain. Tiny. Please send those off. Printer, print these. Duty. Stickers. Theater. What did that guy say? Something about cat? Cat pride? Hold on, where is it? Not a frog. Mushroom stickers. Sweet food. Cute pride is... Okay. Are these the already ones they already unlocked? Nice. Okay. When I hear cute, I think of cats. Which is a lie, because I'm always thinking about cats. There we go. I think that's a cute pride sticker. What if we just call it cute fried sticker? Does that count? I gotta go like this. Okay. Then we need Mawa stickers and turn them. I think I'm getting this shit figured out real fast. We need to clean up our desk area because we got beads and shit everywhere. Holy shit. This is good enough. I'll just turn it like this. If this is what the game characters demand, this is what they're getting. It's the fine sticker put do 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 do. There we go. Save. Heck. What? No. No. Oh. Gotta start over. I was supposed to text him. Hold on. I forgot to text my boss. I start a job tomorrow, like an actual, real adult job instead of working in fast food, and I keep forgetting to text him. Oh, I almost name dropped my my work. That would have been good. Nope. I don't even say what country I'm from. Name dropping my work would have been bad. Especially since it's like it's just like a small place, you know. It's the first thing, like, the location's the first thing that comes up when you open, like, type it into Google. Don't show up at my work, please. I didn't name drop it, I don't think, but please don't show up at my work. It wouldn't be fun. Hate being efficient. You know what? This will work for now. We're making these specifically for one person, so this'll work. This will work. This is working. Definitely. Perfect. Amazing. This is how you package something efficiently. Yep. Save. Print. There we go. Print. Print. I don't have time for this. Bleep. Opening my juice box. I have a juice box right here. Delicious. Delicious. Just impaled with plastic. Ugh. Turtles feel like? It's apple. I quite dislike apple. Screaming D20 cat sticker. Oh, I named it! Alright, station by the name. Well, it's only since you graduated. Getting your stickers are for required. Oh! I don't know you, but that's so sweet. I love that. I think that was too many, but that's okay. We don't have to be good at business to do business. To do it well, maybe, but whatever. And she was nice to me. I'll give her a lollipop. And I'm done reading messages. We found that it's free comparison. Bright thieves. Bullet journal for my for biology. Okay, I love that. Why you need so many, I don't know, but I love that. I almost forgot to put filling in paper, and I'm gonna start doing that first. My fan practice motion. Oh, this is the man from earlier. His friend, because we served a guy to give stickers to his friend. This is the guy that got the stickers. Ooh, put that in first. That's good. Oh. Okay. I spelled my name wrong. That is okay. Still texting my boss. He's a cool dude, I guess. Like, my least favorite thing is when I actually have to text people drinks. The pet peeve of mine, because people won't stop messaging me. Actually, no, it's very important. Gotta try and, work properly. I have a long ass name. It's annoying. I'm not telling you my full name. I'm not telling you my full name. At all. Okay. Stop messaging me. It vibrates the screen. Da. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. It's hard. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. 100% honest. I can't see chat right now. What do I need right now? What stickers do I have? I don't remember. I need these ones. Those ones specifically. Printer. I have things to send. Oof. I need to start remembering to do that. Day 9 sent. I'm gonna do it. Ooh, what are these? Elliot Baker. You don't get a message? Oh. I like reading the messages. Those are adorable. I love them. Okay. I also. Do. Oh, I got a message. I like stack them perfectly straight up. And then filling paper. Send those out. I swear you cannot let old men use anything. He's not that old, but very good at using technology. Oh no. Sorry. That might have to give me an hour or so I can reset your password because it's not working anymore. Thank you. I can get more things. I have -1 coins. Oh, I got -1 coins. These are some nice stickers you have there. Thank you. At 69. There's some nice stickers you got there. What was I talking about? Yeah, he's texting me because he messed up my learn code, and I feel like that's something very important that I need for my job. So, oof. And then I have to set up my own work email tomorrow. Then insurance. I don't like adulting. Like, I am freshly an adult. Technically, I mean legally, not an adult yet. But I have a full-time job and my own car, and I'm hoping to get an apartment. So like, I feel like it's too hard, man. I don't like this. I want more. I want to pack more. I like packing the orders, and it's been a hot second. Oh, 5 more slots. Can I get rid of slots? 15. 20. Oh. You don't have any funds to support that cardboard knitting. Just realized my chair is broken. Whoops. You do that, you Jesus. My cat. Please. A goose. Raccoon. I think we're catering to a certain type of people. And that person is... Those people are me. I didn't know there was an ADHD pride flag. Okay. I'll be 100% honest, I have no idea what half of these are. Middle. I'm just clicking random ones that I think are fun. Simfest. Like The Sims 4? Are these money or are these... Oh, this is money. Purple. And blue. I can't afford anything else. I got excited. I went sticker. We make stickers. Oh, look at all of it. Wait, hold on. Where's the raccoon? Can I give the raccoon a sword? Up there. That's a sword. Wait, hold on. This needs to be bigger and I'll put it in the background. That's the one that it said was ADHD, right? Perfect. That 100%. Purple! Oh, that's what the colors were. Oh! What is? Yep. I have to spell it out every time. Oh god. Spider. No, that makes it no. Right. There we go. Perfect. The only thing I hate about doing something with flags is I have to put it on paper. I don't like having to do this. It is so annoying. What time do I work at today? Hold on. I know I work, but at what time? I work tomorrow, I work today, work every week day. That's not a joke. I work 7 days a week. Work at 2. I have 15 minutes. That is good. I think I like them, specifically this one, because it looks like, I don't know. And then, let me put this here. No, it doesn't fit. You know what we put there then? I'm gonna screw up the way we put it up. Yes. Does it matter? No, because we have a kitty now. I'm a bastard when it comes to animal stickers because I like my entire PC, my entire gaming, this gaming PC that I bought from a fully fucking grown man, like my edgy ass one, it's covered in little kitty stickers and stamps. When someone sends me something and I like the stamps, I'll peel off the stamps and I'll stick them to my computer. Why? Beats me. I don't know. I have a bunch of stamps on my PC. Oh! See, I wanna maybe negative. Oh, yeah, we bought things. Holy! You know how I told you? I'm looking for screaming T20 cat and more finished, don't forget my homework or you. Okay, I feel that. I feel that. Okay, this is gonna get a lot harder now that we have more stickers. And by that it means I have to find them. 1, 2, 3. This is my cart when I buy stuff from places that sell stickers. Filling paper. Awesome. I think we're getting this just down like perfect. You know what? It seems bad. Like, what? Okay. Not my place to question someone's things. I think the worst thing is tomorrow I have to get up at like 8 o'clock and actually get my ass out of bed. I'll be 100% honest with you. I got up at 12 today. Which means there will not be a stream tomorrow, which is unfortunate for you guys. I'm just gonna play more sticker game. Fun sticker game. Business. That means I actually have to go to bed when I get home from work at fucking 12. Yeah. Shit, it was off. I should stop bitching. Oh my god. My back hurts. Hello. Look at all that music support. My curry. Blink blink. Blunk blunk. Blink blink blunk blunk. I think these two friends. Wait, there's dinosaurs. Oh yeah, we bought the dinosaurs. Where are the dinosaurs? Like, that's a dragon. That's a dinosaur, basically. Wait, I want to put him in the cup. I want to put him in the cup. No, get rid of that. You. In front. I said in front. It's flying out of the cup. Dino cup. I'm a genius. Oh, I also have caps lock on. What are these? Oh yeah, I haven't done anything with those yet. I think these are the other colors. I have just like one hand gripping the microphone right now. Like, can I give him? Cool. I'll give him. There we go. They're buddies. Buddies. What is this? I forget. I forget what most of these are. Like. Ah! I don't have enough time. Sorry. HP kitty. Way. Julia. No, you have to. Skull Bear. I forget what they're called. It's Skull Bear now. Skull Bear. I just say was money and seeds, but once more. When did I ever tell you not to spend money on me? I think I'm a good investment. That's because I'm B. Boy. Picks. I think I did good with the first sticker I made since everyone's just getting it. Come on. It just like when I pick him up, it just falters a little bit, and I keep getting distracted by it. I don't know why. Every time impellers turn on and it's changed, so Mario is amazing. But first, stickers. Okay, that hits too close to home. God. Are these stickers be any cuter? Yes, because you got the weirdest one. I don't know how to discontinue certain ones, because I'd get rid of these two. Well, not really this one. I've changed this one. Get rid of this one. And then just have a bunch of random stickers. But that's just something I will figure out for next stream. Yes! Where is it? I forgot to print it! Printer. Okay. Whoops. Whoopsie whoopsie. Then we'll do it like this. But like, no shit, I would buy some of these in real life. It's great. I love this. Another one. And more stickers. Gonna give us. I don't know. Oh. Save. Print. Print. And apparently we've already printed over 500 stickers. Wow. Sorry, I'm reading off the little achievements that pop up in the bottom corner. Perfect. Not that one. This one. I didn't know you could get them the same day. Well, actually that makes sense, but... I'm not very good at time management games. Which is then confusing why I decided to play this. Oh really? Not that good. When... Okay, I don't have enough time to go to the post office. Thinking that, I need to do that in real life. Too. Oh. 1, 2. Oh, just 3. Okay. I'll send those off first. Four. 5. Dylan, paper. Pick. I think most people want these two. One of the first ones I've made. I'll be able to get the new stickers. I put so much more thought into these two. And this one where I match the colors. And I did what? Whoa. Oh, wait, whoa. Ah! My voice just. Voila, voila. Memo's my day to post office. I don't know what this flag is, but we're gonna put something in front of it. What's green? I don't know what that flag means, but you know what? That looks good. Dog. And we printer first because you don't know what these stickers mean. I might have to get ready for work now, but we're just gonna finish this sheet and print it, and then we'll save for today. I don't know anyone who's streaming right now that I'm trying to know. We're not gonna raid anyone right today. I haven't raided pretty much anyone recently. That's fine. I'll be 100% honest, I'm not actually sure if I'm still streaming. I might have accidentally hit the close button. Which I've done before. Like, I've accidentally ended stream in the middle of stream from randomly clicking somewhere. Okay, we're gonna print. Okay, I don't have too much time today. We'll sleep. And we'll save. And that means I have to go. The exhausted day of work. That's fine. Right, need a big supply. Box. Okay, we're helping this man first. Okay. This man. I'll give him a lollipop to make him feel better. Oh. Poor dude. Love how it's a universal thing to just pour your heart out in a sticker shop box. Okay. I've cleared my mind. There we go. Well, can I save? I'll send it off. Okay. Settings. No. Back. Settings. Exit. That's today. The end of today's stream. Alrighty. Well, I will see you all guys. Well, not tomorrow, because I'm super busy tomorrow. Unless I stream at night. Night? I mean, it'll be like midnight. That's okay. I will see you guys real soon. Enjoy the game. I'm very excited that it came out. I really love it so far. I will see you guys tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but soon. Bye-bye. Mitawa.